Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your Libertarian car guy, and I'm doing a quick walk around here on this nice October day of the 2016 Hyundai Sonata Hybrid. The hybrid was updated last year for the 2015 model year, but they let the hybrid version carry through with the old body style for an additional year, and the old 2.4 liter engine and the not so efficient hybrid powertrain also carried for a year. So this is new for the 2016 model year. The hybrid now has the same body as the new Sonata, and it also gets a new hybrid powertrain. It's got a direct injected 2-liter engine now instead of the 2.4 liter engine, and it's got a more efficient battery pack and some other changes. And the net effect of that is that the overall fuel economy is up by about 10%. It now gets 40 in the city and 44 on the highway, which is better than all the other hybrids on the market right now in this class, with the exception of the Honda Accord hybrid, which does slightly better. It gets 45 on the highway. But the Honda Accord hybrid is significantly more expensive. The base trim version of the Accord hybrid starts at almost $30,000, whereas this one's about $26,000. So significant price difference there. One of the other things that really differentiates this car from the other hybrids, though, I'm going to get in here and we're going to go for a little drive, and I'm going to talk to you about it as I go. Start her up here. Okay, we're all started up. Is that the Sonata Hybrid has a conventional 6-speed automatic transmission, not a continuously variable CVT automatic. And that's a significant and really important to talk about difference, because in these hybrids with the CVTs, sometimes it really feels like the engine's got no power. It's making a lot of racket because of the nature of the CVT transmission. What happens is that when you accelerate it, because it doesn't have any gears per se, it doesn't shift per se, it just kind of revs up to near redline, and the engine goes wah as you're trying to get up onto a highway merge ramp or pass another car. This doesn't do that. This car behaves very much, behaves like, drives like, very much like any other mid-size sedan with a 4-cylinder engine. It's not a super rocket ship or anything, but it's not slow. It'll do 0 to 60 in just under 8 seconds, which is fine for everyday getting around, but it does not sound like a hybrid. And let me get her down the road here and I'll show you what I mean. Get pointed in the right direction. And while I'm doing that, I'll tell you some other things about the car. It can go up to about 75 miles an hour on just the electric motor and batteries. Not for very long, but it can do that. Most of the other hybrids that aren't plug-in, the gas engine will cut in just around 30 or 40 miles per hour. So this has a bit more capability than the others, and that's one of the reasons also why its mileage on the highway is better than most of the others in this class. And also you can thank that 6-speed, which cuts the RPMs down as you're going. So here we are trundling along on just the batteries and the electric motors, and it's actually nice and quiet. Now, I get out here and I'm going to accelerate. Now listen. Hopefully you picked up on that, and what you heard was a sound of, a muted sound of a gas engine revving as it normally would in any other car. None of the kind of hybrid whiny sounds and the CVT sounds. So it's really nice. The behavior of this car is, in my opinion, a lot more refined than a lot of the other hybrids. Some of the other understated ways that Hyundai designed this car, other than that little gauge to your left there, that charge indicator, there really isn't that much to tell you that this is a hybrid, which I kind of like. It's a no fuss, no muss kind of a car. I like these fairly large buttons you can see here on the center stack. Larger displays, easy to use, not complicated, vastly superior to some of the others in this segment, in particular the Ford with that awful Ford MyTouch interface. I like the fact that, hopefully you'll be able to see this, the power points and the USB points are right here in the center console. They are not here, hidden in the center console, which a number of car companies did for a while. and I could never figure out why they did that. It made it virtually impossible to get to the 12-volt power points or to the USB port while the car was moving. Some other interesting features: this has got a pinch type interface. You can use this sort of like your smartphone. You can pinch it to decrease the view, or you can pinch it outward to make it increase the view. And the final thing, before my memory completely slips here, is that the Sonata has significantly more front seat legroom than anything else, not only in this class, but in almost any other class of car you can think of. It's got 45.1 inches of front seat legroom, and that is about 3 inches more than you'd find in a Mercedes S-Class, which is a full-size sedan, or a BMW 7, also a full-size sedan. The back seat has a little bit less legroom than the Camry Hybrid, Fusion Hybrid, and the Accord Hybrid, but all the cars in this class have really generous room in both rows, really comfortable cars in both the first and the second row. This car has a trunk that's a little bit bigger than most of the other cars in this class. It's about 13 cubic feet. Some of the other ones, in particular the Fusion, have a much smaller trunk, down to about 11 cubic feet, which is kind of in the same ballpark as you'd get in a compact sedan. Oh, that might be a porker in front of me, I just noticed. Piggy, piggy, piggy. Oh, piggy, piggy, piggy. Could be. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video now so I can concentrate on Officer Not So Friendly up ahead. But the written review is up at epautos.com, and also last week's review of the new 16 Mustang GT, which is one of my personal favorites and a car I really enjoyed spending some time in. I should be on the Tom Woods radio program this coming Monday at 10 o'clock East Coast time, if you'd like to tune in. And if you miss it, I will have it up on the site, epautos.com. And there's also a backlog there of some of my previous radio appearances. So anyway, thanks for taking the time to watch. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch up with you next time.